Alright, so this is going to be a super quick short video showing how to remove this piece from a Dell G7 7700. Alright, so I already did a video showing how to take all this other stuff out, so let's go ahead and remove this. We're going to be using two screwdrivers. We'll use a JIS1 and a JIS0. So we're going to remove all three screws here holding the bottom part in place. Okay, so we'll remove those. Again, keep them all in order because they are different size, shape, and lengths. Hopefully you watched my other video. If you're doing this, hopefully you already disconnected the battery and pressed and held the power button for at least 15 seconds. So I already disconnected that down there. Alright, so now that we finished with the JIS1, we're going to switch over to the JIS0. There's two screws on the back here we need to remove. So let's go ahead and remove those two. Okay, so we'll remove that one. This is a little bit tricky to remove and to put back, so make sure you follow along, okay? Because if you do something wrong and you break your computer, it's not my fault, all right? Anyways, we're going to go ahead and remove this last one, so that's 5 screws total. Okay, and then let's go ahead and remove this piece. So this piece is a little tricky to remove. You kind of have to push it one side first so you can see it comes out like that. Then we'll go to the other side and try and push this. All right, if it gets caught, what you got to do is you got to go from the back side here and you got to lift up this flap here. Okay, keep in mind this middle piece is going to flip down. So if I pull this out all the way, I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so this thing is somewhat spring loaded and you can see it kind of like goes up and down. That's so when you open the screen, it can go in between there. I don't know if Dell just made it this way so that it's harder to open and close or harder to take apart and then you accidentally break stuff. But that's how they designed it, okay? They got that little flap there. Okay, next thing, there's this little plastic piece on top. We're going to switch back over to the JIS1 screwdriver. Okay, and we're just going to remove these screws. So there's 3 going along the top and then 1 down here, okay? So, sorry I'm not going to be able to zoom in and stuff here because I'm working with my other phone and it's not connected to the other display for me to see what I'm recording. So if I zoom in, I'm not going to be able to see what I'm doing. So I'm trying to keep it zoomed out so you can see everything, all right? So we got this 4th screw down here. We'll remove that. And then we can just lift this piece off. Okay, and here you can see you have access to the LCD LVDS connector. Let me show you that. All right. This is a very standard one. It has a little flip latch. You flip that up and then you can pull the cable out. There's also a grounding screw here. The reason why I opened this was even after I replaced the screen, it was all glitchy. So I found out that something else is broken and have a feeling because they have these screws here, when it suddenly impacted, it probably cracked something in here. And we can't really do anything about a crack in the motherboard other than replacing the whole motherboard. So pretty much we're stuck with that. It does work with an external monitor, so at least they're able to use that. But anyways, let's go ahead and put this thing back together. So basically just get this thing back on top. This lines up with that little protruding piece here. Okay, oop, actually, sorry. Lines up with that screw hole. And then this lines up with the protruding holes there, sorry. Got mixed up. All right, then we get the 3 screws back on top here. So we'll get these 3 back in. All right, and also I was checking if it was the cable, but when I moved the cable around, nothing happened. So I ruled out the cable and the screen. I tried 2 screens. The thing is, when I buy screens, a lot of times the sellers, they don't sell like the exact part number. On this specific one, when I bought the screen, it looks like exactly the same as the original. Let me see if I can show you this. But the problem is, I don't know why, but they rip off the model number sticker. So this is the original. You can see it has the model number sticker. I know I'm holding it upside down. And then this is the replacement. You can see they have their little gold sticker there. The frame, everything looks to be about the same. So, I don't know. The way the screen is designed, it all looks about the same. Even the stuff here looks about the same. So they have the anti-glare coating, and then this has the anti-glare coating. So it looks about the same. I haven't peeled this off, but even like this all looks the same, right? So I don't know what else can be wrong unless they really are sending me the wrong screen and they just peeled off that sticker, so I don't know. but I don't know, because then that means everyone would be saying the screen's not working. So okay, so I mean I tried two and none of them worked, so they seem to have the same issue. I thought it was because the delivery person like tossed it or something, so maybe either the screens are defective or something else is cracked in here. Okay, anyways, that's pretty much it for that. Let's go ahead and finish putting this thing back together. Again, this piece is a little bit tricky to put back, so we're gonna go ahead and get these on first. Okay, so what you do is you just line this up, kind of wiggle this, slide it on, make sure this thing goes underneath. Okay, there's this foam patty thing. Okay, and then like I was saying, on this side it's a little tricky because the flap goes down, so you want to make sure to pull this flap up, as you can see. Okay, you can kind of pull on the back with your thumb here, and then that kind of holds it up, and then you can slide this on a bit more, and then when you get closer to here you might have to use your fingernail or a pry tool to lift that up while you kind of push that on. And there we go. So now we got that all lined up. Now we just got to get all those screws back on, and that's pretty much all there is to it. So hopefully this video helped you guys out. Again, if it did, please make sure to like, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade and repair their devices as well. And if it helps you save a bunch of money, please consider contributing a little to the channel. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue making these videos for a living. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. Make sure you get this on right. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. You're welcome to stay as I get all these screws back in, but pretty straightforward. Okay. Alright, switch back over to the JS0 and get those last two screws back in. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, it's too bad that changing out the screen didn't work. I don't know what I'm going to charge them now because I ended up doing the job twice, but it ended up not fixing the problem, so I can't really charge for a repair since it's not repaired. Usually for something like this, that I did all the work taking apart the whole computer, taking out the screen, was kind of a lot of work. If you watch my other video, usually that would be about $40 for kind of diagnosis and kind of trying to repair it. Anyways, that's pretty much it. Again, hopefully this video helped. Let's go ahead and actually put the other stuff back in. Actually, probably won't do it since I already made a video of that. But yeah, again, thanks for watching. You can see this, we took this out, the screen, the bezel and everything. And yeah, again, I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.